There was a long silence on the other end of the line, and Raj could feel the tension building. Finally, his mother spoke, her tone softer but still firm. "I trust you, Raj. But please, don't wait too long. Your father and I are eager to meet her, and the longer you delay, the more difficult it might become." "I understand," Raj replied, his voice tinged with the weight of responsibility. "I'll let you know as soon as I can." Queen Anisha sighed, a mixture of relief and lingering concern in her voice. "Very well, Raj. Take care of yourself, and know that we're here for you, whatever happens." "Thank you, Mother," Raj said, a touch of warmth returning to his voice. "I'll talk to you soon." As he ended the call, Raj looked over at Onik, who had been listening quietly. Onik raised an eyebrow, clearly sensing the unease in his friend. "What did she say?" Onik asked, his tone careful. Raj let out a long breath, running a hand through his hair. "She wants to meet Andrea. She's worried that I'm delaying it for too long, and honestly, I'm worried too. I don't know how Andrea will react to the idea of meeting my parents, especially after everything that's happened." Onik nodded, his expression thoughtful. "It's understandable that she's hesitant. This is a huge step, and you're both still navigating the aftermath of the announcement. But Raj, you can't avoid this forever. If you and Andrea are going to have a future together, she'll need to meet your family at some point." Raj knew Onik was right, but the thought of adding more pressure to Andrea weighed heavily on him. "I just don't want to overwhelm her. She's been through so much already, and I don't want to push her into something she's not ready for." Onik leaned forward, his voice gentle but firm. "Raj, you're doing the right thing by giving her space, but you also need to be honest with her about what's expected. Your family is a part of your life, and if Andrea is going to be a part of that life too, she needs to know what she's stepping into." Raj nodded slowly, the weight of the situation settling over him like a heavy blanket. "You're right, Onik. I'll talk to her, but I have to find the right moment. I just hope she understands." Onik offered a reassuring smile. "She cares about you, Raj. I'm sure she'll understand. Just be honest with her, and let her know that you're there to support her, whatever she decides." Raj sighed, feeling a mix of hope and anxiety. "I will, Onik. I just hope we can find a way through all of this, together." Raj leaned back in his chair, running his hand through his hair, his expression a mixture of frustration and bewilderment. He looked at Onik, who was listening intently, and began to voice the thoughts that had been swirling in his mind. "Onik," Raj started, his voice filled with a blend of disbelief and introspection, "she has every right to be scared. I mean, think about it from her perspective. One minute she's just a tourist in a foreign country, and the next, she's caught the eye of a prince who sees her from his window. And what do? I rush downstairs, follow her to a jewelry store like some love-struck teenager, and then have you trail her back to the hotel." Raj paused, shaking his head as if trying to make sense of it all. "And then, as if that wasn't enough, I gave her the necklace she admired in the store without even knowing anything about her. Then, right there at the hotel, she finds out I'm a prince. It's all so surreal. We barely know each other, Onik. This whole situation, it's crazy, even to me." Onik nodded, his expression thoughtful. He could see how much Raj was struggling with the whirlwind of emotions and events that had unfolded in such a short time. "You're right, Raj. It's a lot for anyone to take in, especially someone who's been thrown into this situation without any warning. It's natural for her to be overwhelmed." Raj sighed, rubbing his temples as he tried to sort through his thoughts. "Exactly. And I can't blame her for feeling that way. She probably thinks this is some kind of bizarre fairy tale gone wrong. But the thing is, Onik, despite how crazy it all sounds, I can't shake the feeling that this is meant to be. From the moment I saw her through my window, I knew she was the one, the love of my life. Onik raised an eyebrow, his tone gentle but probing. Raj, it's clear that you feel deeply for her, but have you considered what this really means? You've made life-altering decisions based on that moment. But love, real love, it's more than just a feeling. It's about knowing each other, understanding each other, and building something that can withstand whatever comes your way. Raj nodded, his gaze distant as he stared out the window, lost in thought. I know, Onik. I've thought about that a lot. And that's what makes this so difficult. We don't really know each other. Everything has happened so fast, and now we're in the middle of this whirlwind with no clear direction. I need to give her time, but I also need to figure out how we can really get to know each other beyond the initial spark, beyond the titles and expectations. Onik leaned forward, his expression earnest. You're right, Raj. You need to take a step back and allow your relationship to develop naturally. If she's the love of your life, then you'll find a way to build something real with her, something that goes beyond the intensity of these past few days. But that takes time, patience, and understanding. Raj let out a long breath, feeling the weight of Onik's words. I just don't want to lose her, Onik. I've never felt this way about anyone before. But I know I can't rush her, or us, into something we're not ready for. Onik smiled softly, placing a reassuring hand on Raj's shoulder. If it's meant to be, Raj, you won't lose her. Take the time to build something real, something lasting. And remember, love isn't just about grand gestures or sweeping emotions. It's about the little things, the day-to-day moments that bring you closer together. Raj nodded, a small smile playing at the corners of his mouth. You're right. I'll take it slow, give her the space she needs. And I'll make sure that, whatever happens, she knows I'm here for her, for us. We need to really get to know each other, beyond all the craziness that surrounded us. Onik's smile grew, filled with both pride and encouragement. That's the right approach, Raj. Take it one step at a time. You've made it through the hardest part, now it's about building something real and lasting. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. Raj felt a sense of calm settle over him, the clarity he had been searching for finally beginning to take shape. Thank you, Onik. I don't know what I'd do without you. Onik chuckled softly. You'd be just fine, Raj. But I'm glad to be here to help. Now, let's focus on what comes next, one day at a time. With that, the two friends sat in comfortable silence, the weight of the past few days slowly lifting as they both looked forward to whatever the future might hold. The next morning, the sun filtered softly through the curtains of Raj's room, casting a warm glow across the floor. Raj had been awake for a while, his thoughts occupied with the events of the previous days. He was trying to plan his next steps with Andrea, hoping to give her the space she needed while also staying close enough to show his commitment. Just as he was lost in thought, there was a knock at his door. Onik stepped in, his expression serious but calm. Raj, the house phone rang. It's Andrea. She's on the line, Onik said, his tone careful as he observed Raj's reaction. Raj's heart skipped a beat, a mixture of anticipation and anxiety flooding through him. He quickly got up and walked to the phone, taking a deep breath before picking up the receiver. Hello, Andrea? Raj's voice was steady, but the undercurrent of emotion was unmistakable. Hi, Raj, Andrea's voice came through, warm but tinged with a hint of uncertainty. How are you doing? Raj relaxed slightly at the sound of her voice, though the tension in his chest remained. I'm doing okay, Andrea. How about you? I'm fine, just processing everything, I guess, Andrea replied, her tone reflective. There was a brief pause before she continued. I was wondering if you'd like to have lunch today? I thought it might be good for us to talk a bit more. Raj's heart lifted at the invitation, but before he could respond, Andrea added, but I should also tell you. I'm leaving India tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.